right, here's Joe Rogan.
The only one who's not doing that is Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
You a fan?
Yeah, just what they
A
do.
fan?
That's politics. They do it on the left. They do it on the right. They gaslight you. They manipulate you. They
Show us how. See, and I'll let him go. I'll let him speak
promote
a little.
Narratives.
What narratives?
And
that
the only one who's
people
not
need
doing
living
that is Robert F.
wages, retirement security, that people shouldn't needlessly die without health care. What narratives? Give us the specifics. Oh, no. Well, we don't get specifics. This is the thing with media in general. And another thing, I mean, not to go back to the J.D. Vance thing, but when I was talking to Robin about this too, it was getting on my nerves with this corporate media because they were playing the clips of J.D. Vance going on about stolen valor. Oh, my God. Excuse me. My God. Live podcasting, you know, and so they were playing clips of him, and he was going on every 5 seconds about the Democrat Party, and you know how that really makes me want to scream. But not only that they're saying it, but that the corporate media never ever corrects it. They never come back from playing a clip like that and say, and of course he's deliberately mispronouncing the name of the Democratic Party because Republicans have nothing but schoolyard bully little taunts. And if you want to really talk about unity, you know, this is what's so ironic. Not ironic, but completely expected, I should say, is that, you know, the same party in the same breath talking about, unity, and we're, you know, supposedly after Trader Trump got shrapnel hit his ear, in the same sentence, they'll mispronounce the name of the Democratic Party. And the corporate media just lets it go. They never point it out. It's really irritating. And, you know, it's like, answer me this. If the shoe was on the other foot, if suddenly the Democratic Party, that they brought people on from the Democratic Party that called them the Republican Party, do you think the corporate media would not point it out? You don't think they would stop them mid-sentence and say, excuse me? But it's a complete disrespect. That's what it is. You know, how many times does somebody get to call you outside your name and you not respond to it? Or you're just a doormat? I don't know. What do you guys think? I swear, it really, to me, it feels like these little things, and of course the corporate media is useless. They do nothing. Then they certainly enable it. I mean, it's just unbelievable how they would play it without pointing it out. It's almost gotten to the point where they think that's normal. Like, this is the name of the party. It's unreal. But, okay. Here goes, you know, and this fucking guy, Joe Rogan, you know, he's got a massive following. And, yeah, and this is the shit he's talking about. Not JFK, excuse me. RFK Jr. is the only one who makes sense. He's the only one not lying to people. Give me a break. They both do it. Both sides try to sell you a narrative. What's the narrative? What's the nefarious narrative of the left? That people people need living wages, middle class should be upwardly mobile, economically vibrant, that billionaires should pay fucking taxes, that there should be no billionaires, that unions built the middle class. What's the narrative that is chaffing your ass? Give us an example. But the way that they just say, this is what the corporate media does too. The mainstream media, they just say things like they'll say, "Oh, people don't like socialism," but they give us the elevator speech about socialism. Tell us what they don't like. They like Social Security. They like Medicare. They like, public education. When I was in the military, I certainly liked the VA. I know that those who get the VA now, they love it. What about, GI Bill? What about, what is, and you know what the Republicans say? Well, I paid into Social Security. It's not socialism. Bullshit. That's fucking socialism. Yeah, we pay in. We pay. Everybody pays. Some pay more. Some pay less. Progressive taxation. But we all pay, and then you get services. That's how it fucking works in other countries. But these assholes have been so propagandized by their oppressors, which is so fascinating to me. That somebody like Joe Rogan, talking about, oh, they both sell you, both sides sell you. What are they selling you? He sees the conspiracy theories everywhere, except the fucking ones right in front of his face. Let's continue with, where is my eCam? Damn it.
Kennedy Jr.
You a fan?
Yeah, I am a fan. Yeah, he's the only one that makes sense to me.
Oh,
he's the only one that he doesn't attack people. He attacks
no, he leaves that he attacks dogs and bears.
Started calling him an anti-vaxxer.
He doesn't attack people? What are you talking about? He fucking brings back polio. He's bringing back measles. He doesn't attack people. He's killing people. Polio's coming back? How disgraceful is that? What a filthy, vile human being that person is. I know. Joe's worm. He had to... He said it. I'm not saying it. The fucking worm died because it died of starvation. He said it. There wasn't enough of his brain, I guess.
He's much more reasonable and intelligent. The guy was an environmental attorney and cleaned up the East River.
He did it all himself, right? He cleaned it up all by himself. No, he did help. He has a organization, but it was numerous organizations got together. This is what sucks about him. He didn't, it's like, he's like a character on Game of Thrones, but mostly bad.
He's a legitimate guy, before...
He's a legitimate guy because he did one fucking good thing?
Anybody started calling him an anti-vaxxer, which I thought he was too. I thought he was this nut.
You thought he was?
This, like, conspiracy theorist nut, until I read his book. I read The Real Anthony Fauci, and I'm like, what is...
Wow.
How much of this is...
Except the real Anthony Fauci is packed with lies. This is what I find so fascinating about these people. He read The Real Anthony Fauci, and it opened his eyes. But you gotta feel bad for Anthony Fauci. Here's somebody that gave so much to this country and to the people of this country, and what's the thanks he gets? These filthy lies.
Because if it's all real, this is fucking insane, and we live in a world where we're being manipulated.
Yeah, you're being
by
manipulated.
These health organizations that are...
Okay. He said in The Real Anthony Fauci, he writes that Anthony Fauci has stock in Moderna. This is a complete fabrication. That he's... what the fuck is the motivation? So what they're saying is that Fauci is spreading these diseases around because he has stock in drug companies, and they want, that's all it's about is money. Meanwhile, the maggots are up Joe Rogan's ass, and now he's backpedaling, apparently, saying that, he didn't, he's not saying he's not voting for Trump. It's fascinating how he's saying there's conspiracy. It's Anthony Fauci wants money, but not traitor Trump, who is a goddamn traitor, who should be in prison by now.
And the only one who's not doing that is Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Really?
You a fan?
Yeah, I am a fan. Yeah, he's the only one that makes sense to me. He's the only one that he doesn't attack until I read his book. I read The Real Anthony Fauci, and I'm like, what
a sucker. Dude.
How much of this is real? Because if it's all real, this is fucking insane.
Well,
and we live in a world where we're being manipulated.
If it's real, then it's insane, and we're living in a world where we're being manipulated. You're being manipulated by the con man. If it's real, why don't you do the research before you open your fat trap? If it's real. What makes you so willing and eager to buy the bullshit? Buy somebody's bullshit.
Related by these health organizations that are being paid by the pharmaceutical drug interests. And these pharmaceutical drug companies are pumping these products out into the population and telling us that we need them, and then
telling us that we need them. Okay, I'm not here to, fuck the fucking big pharma. I'm for universal health care. All, as Jonas Salk said, how can you patent the sun? Right? When they asked him why he didn't patent the polio vaccine. But, there's something to be said about big pharma taking money, but to think that they're trying to just do it to make people take a vaccine for no goddamn reason when there are 1 million corpses in the country is pretty sick. That's what they're living in. It's funny, they're living in this world of, I don't know, where supervillains manipulate them with all these nefarious motivations, but the supervillains that are the ones that they align with. Yeah, but he's talking about money. That's all Dr. Fauci cares about, money. Meanwhile, the hero, the felon, the con man, the traitor they worship, the rapist, has a fucking line of sneakers and sells NFTs, sells Bibles to these morons.